We're sure of this, we know what we're voting for.
What were you hoping for, or what were you voting for in the 2016 referendum? My name is Mike Cashman. If you find what I'm saying is interesting and you'd like to hear more from me, then do subscribe to the channel, buy the satirical books or music from View Delta, or invite me to speak at your meetings. This video is based on a really interesting comment made by a Brexit supporter on one of my videos. And he said, people talk about what they were voting for, but what they really mean is what were they hoping for? Let me explain. Now, he didn't say all of what I'm saying in the video. I'm drawing from his observation and drawing some conclusions from it. So his particular case was he was in support of Brexit, and he was hoping for a Brexit with continued membership of the single market and the customs union, continued access to the single market, as many Brexit supporters had proposed. That although that's what he was hoping for, he was perfectly well aware that there was no possibility for him to be voting for it, because on the ballot paper there wasn't anything which said continued membership of the customs union and the single market. And so the poll is silent on that. He wanted to remain in the single market and the customs union. Other people wanted to leave. But in either case, a Brexit accompanied by staying in the single market and customs union or leaving the single market and the customs union was a Brexit. So the argument, for example, propounded by the Brexiters that the hard Brexit that we had from Boris Johnson has the support of 52% of the electorate, because 52% of those voting voted that way in 2016. Their argument is, well, they were voting for Brexit, we've achieved a Brexit, and therefore their votes all count for that. So exactly the same argument, of course, could be used if the Brexit that we'd had was a Brexit which involved staying in the single market and customs union. That would still be a Brexit. But to develop his point further, what he was saying was that everybody who says, I was voting to reduce immigration, or I was voting to leave the single market, I was voting to leave the customs union, I was voting to leave all of the EU institutions, or I was wanting to leave all the mechanisms for cooperation with Europe. All of those things are, certainly the people concerned could say, that's what I was hoping for when I voted, but the option to specify those things was not on the ballot paper. It's not what they were voting for. What they were voting for was just to remain in the European Union or to leave the European Union. So thank you, Stephen, for that point. I think it's a good point. I've many times said that I don't say to people, you didn't know what you were voting for, and there's even a song in Brexit's musical trick where different groups of people say, we know what we're voting for. But I accept the correction. What they should really have been singing is, we know what we're hoping for, because what they were voting for was just what was on the ballot paper. So thank you for the comment. If you find my observations on that interesting or useful, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.
We're sure of this, we know what we're voting for.